motorcycle went by. I heard it.
Yeah, I'm in a busy place.
All right. We're live on Facebook, Andrea. So what do you think of that?
Okay. Hi, Doc.
Hey, how are you?
Good. Another Tuesday call with you, Dr. Fizz.
Another Tuesday, another week.
Yep.
And we missed last week, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. So they should all be rip-roaring to get on with us.
Yeah, it felt like, felt like I was missing something all week.
Right.
So, but I tell you what, I was just reading a new study. This is kind of cool. It said, so this is kind of, it's a study on a functional beverage. And it says, a novel functional beverage for COVID-19 and other conditions, hypothesis and preliminary data, increased blood flow and wound healing. Doesn't that sound interesting?
Yeah, you got quite an echo going on with your headpiece there.
All right, let me try and I'll see if it's better. Some days it's better. Is that better now?
No, it breaks up. I mean, I can hear you, and we can kind of do it. You need a new one.
There shouldn't be anything wrong with anything. I only use it on Tuesdays and Fridays.
Right, and every Tuesday, Friday, it's doing this.
Is that better?
A little better.
I don't know. That's what I got. Sorry.
Okay, so what was the article about?
Okay, so it says a functional beverage for COVID-19 and other conditions, hypothesis and preliminary data, increased blood flow and wound healing.
What is it, an advertisement?
Well, it's an article. It's a science article. It's in the Journal of Translational Science.
Okay.
But so what they go on to say, they say that COVID-19 is caused by viral infection, blah, 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 can be lethal. And they found that drinking molecular hydrogen water combined with the amino acid citrulline and L-arginine.
Really? That's interesting.
And here's what they say. And I'm just reading this. I'm not making any medical claims, people. I'm reading it off a science article. So numerous preclinical and clinical studies that have been conducted with hydrogen water. It contains a nitric oxide producing amino acid citrulline and L-arginine, have a antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, and immunomodulating benefits. And they say, although nitric oxide can directly kill pathogens, it's critical for immune function and can inhibit viral replication. It can also induce lethal cellular injury under stress conditions. And so it has a molecular hydrogen, has a high safety profile, helps regulate the nitric oxide production, metabolism, attenuates its harmful effects. So if you get too much, right? And so they go on to say that the combination can actually be healthy for preventing this disease that's kind of rampaging the world.
Yeah.
But it also helps out with all the other things. They go through and they list all these other things. So guess what I mixed up?
Some hydrogen water and eternity.
Eternity, good guess. What else?
Probably some for restore.
For restore. Wow, you're good. So you looked at that and you could guess what was in there based on what I just told you.
2 points.
2 points, yeah. So that's what I mixed up this morning. I put some ice in there, and I threw it in my blender, and I made myself a nice little drink. It tastes like apple juice.
Kung Flu cocktail.
It tastes like apple juice. It's pretty darn good.
Good.
If you like apple juice. Yeah. So, Andrea, I was sitting there last night. I was thinking, what should we talk about today on the call? What would be a great topic? What would, be something that people would like to hear about? And so many times, people will ask me, they'll say, Kurt, what do you take?
Mm-hmm.
Anybody ever ask you that? They say, well, Andrea, what do you take? What do you do?
No, they don't ask me.
Nobody asks you?
No.
Yeah. But people ask me that all the time. They say, well, what do you take? Why is it that, that you can stay healthy, you don't seem to get sick, and all my blood markers come back pretty normal. Yeah. So I thought, what a great topic for today.
Okay. What do you take?
So what do I take? Well, I take a lot of stuff. So that would be kind of a trick question. We'd be here for the next 2 days.
Well, why don't we discuss, like some conditions that people in the world might have and see what we might take to offset those or support the body.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought too. Why don't we talk about some of the more common health problems that people might run into that they might be prone for getting? And why don't we talk about, what can you do? And again, I'm going to make this disclaimer right away. We're not diagnosing. We're not making recommendations for treatment. We're not making recommendations for cures or anything like that. If you've got a medical condition, please go see your healthcare provider. Like I was telling my son when he got back from medical school, he's here visiting for the next couple of weeks. And he said, Dad, yeah, you tell everybody else to go see the doctor and you don't. And I said, well, no, I wake up with a doctor every day.
Right.
Right? And go to bed with a doctor every day. And so he said, yeah, but how do you diagnose, how do you treat yourself? Well, I said, I've gotten a pretty good feel for what's going on in my body. Every day I wake up with it.
Yeah, if you've lived 50 years, you do know what's going on in your body.
That's right. So I give myself a good assessment in the morning. I go, okay, I feel like maybe this or this or this is going on. Like right now, I feel like there's some allergy stuff going on, so I'm taking some extra things for allergies. But I do tests on myself, lab tests. I've got a box of lab tests over here that I'm going to get ordered. And I kind of know what's going on. So let's talk about heart disease. Heart disease tends to run in my family.
Okay.
My grandpa had a heart attack. He had a stroke. My grandma had all these mini strokes. My mom's had some different issues with her heart. And so I kind of, I've had a genetic test that said that, this and that. Nothing really major, but just things to watch, right?
Right.
And we think about it, like if you look in the mirror and you go, oh, I kind of look like my grandpa. Well, if you look like him on the outside, chances are you maybe look like him on the inside too.
Okay.
Correct?
Right.
Correct?
Maybe. I don't know.
Well, to a certain extent, because you get, your grandma and grandpa get together and have your mom and have your dad, and then your mom and dad get together and they have you. So those genetics pass down. Pretty simple.
So what would we do to support the body to create a more healthy heart?
Right. So I think the first thing that I would try and tell you is omega-3s. Balance out your omega-3s with your omega-6s. Get it tested. You can have a lab test done, and you can find out what's the omega-3 to omega-6 ratio in your body. And
that changes with your diet every day, doesn't it?
It changes with your diet. It's not going to change daily like that. But I mean, yeah, it's because your body tends to have what's called homeostasis. It's going to have a balance.
Okay.
But you want to have a ratio of omega-3s to omega-6s. You want to kind of keep it about 1:1 if you can. And they show right now that our omega-3 to omega-6 ratio is like close to 1 to 24. In the
Yeah,
United
that's
States, 1 to
bad.
24.
So you want to balance those.
Yep. So you want to get your omega-3s as high as you can, lower the omega-6s, get that more of a balance. And so what does that mean? Well, a lot of animal fat is high in omega-6 because of what they eat. The animals eat the wrong food. The cows eat corn, that causes the omega-6s to go up. Chickens cause the omega-6s to go up. And so you want to eat more wild meat, wild game meat. That's good for you. It's going to have more of a balance. Fish is going to be good for you. Wild fish, like I'll have fish at least 2 times a week. I try to have more often than that, but so I get that balance. And on top of it, I'm taking the Super Omega from Sizzle, great product. It's got a balance of the omega-3s to omega-6s. And it's got a few other things in it as well to help keep that balance. And then Tom added CoQ10 to that product as well.
Yep, the best kind of CoQ10, right?
Yep. And the CoQ10, what it does, it's coenzyme Q10 is what it's called. Like Andrea just said, the best kind of CoQ10 because your body can use it and it actually has good properties. Most products that are on the market that say they have CoQ10 actually don't have CoQ10. They have CoQ9.
Right. You told us that before.
Yeah.
So that's good. Good reinforcement.
Yep. So we're getting the right ratio of the CoQ10. We're getting the omega-3s, the omega-6s, and you do need some omega-6. I mean, when people say, "Oh, I got rid of all the omega-6," well, that's not good either because you need to have some omega-6s because if I smash my finger, my body causes inflammation. It's a natural process when you have an injury.
Okay.
And so it's the omega-6s that cause that. So you need a balance. You need that balance to be more toward the omega-3s because if you have too much of the omega-6, then you're going to have kind of like a chronic amount of inflammation in your body all the time. And that's going to trigger heart disease because you have inflammation in the arteries and the cardiovascular system. So that would be one thing that I'm doing, and I think everybody should do that. The getting rid of inflammation is good for a lot of other things too that we'll talk about. But so I use Super Omega, and I actually watch my diet and add certain things to bump up those omega-3s. I use olive oil. I eat salmon and things like that. On top of that, I try to get enough fiber. Did you know that a female is supposed to get 25 grams of fiber a day?
No, I thought it was the man was supposed to get 26.
A man is supposed to get 38.
Really? That's a lot.
Yeah. And so when you take a look at what we're getting here in the United States, we're not even getting half of that. On average, we're getting half of that. Most people don't even get half. So people should add fiber because fiber is going to help kind of remove some of that bad fat. It's going to keep the digestive system working good. It's going to kind of work like a chimney scrubber.
Right.
Keep the system going. So those are I get that. Part of where I get my fiber is from the Spectrum Access fiber. But also I get it from the Sizzling. So I drink the Sizzling twice a day. I do that twice a day. I make a smoothie with it.
Cool.
Yeah, and then on top of that, I'm taking Eternity. You just guessed in my healthy drink here, I have a shot of Eternity in there. Eternity has resveratrol.
Right. Isn't that pretty supportive of organs?
Resveratrol has a number of different things that it does, but it really helps out with the cardiovascular system. There's some good studies on how resveratrol is good for the cardiovascular system, helps keep it healthy. But the other thing about resveratrol that they've shown is that resveratrol helps with repair of the DNA because it works with the SIRT1 gene, the SIRT1 gene.
Uh-huh.
And so that's important too. So I do that, you know. I'm trying to think what else do I do for cardiovascular system as far as L-arginine, you know, and that's L-arginine, L-citrulline, and you know what product they're in, right?
Or restore.
In the for restore. And so I make sure and I get a good dose of that every day.
Well, if we named it Restore, it's got to have some good stuff in it, right?
You'd imagine, right?
Yeah.
You'd imagine. So that's primarily what I'm doing for the cardiovascular system. I'm also using fucoidan. We can say that's for cardiovascular too because it gets rid of inflammation.
Right. It's great.
Yeah. I think the other you know thing that we should talk about is cancer because everybody's affected by that.
The big C.
Yeah, the big C. Everybody's affected by the big C. You know, if it's not you, it's somebody in your family. Correct.
Yeah. So the big C is typically a lot of degeneration in the body, I think. So what do we have to support that?
Well, if you go back and you look way back in 1972 when Nixon was president, they started the
I remember
President's
that.
Council. You remember that? Yeah, I was just 10 years old, but they started the President's Council on Cancer.
Hmm.
And they said, "Oh, we're gonna cure cancer in the next 10 years." That's what the government said in 1972. They said in 1982 they'd have cancer cured. It didn't work, did it?
No, that didn't work out.
It didn't work. You know, they approached it from the, in my opinion, the wrong way. They said, "Well, we're going to take and we're going to try and kill the cancer cells."
Right.
The problem
Your body
with it
kills
is,
them.
yeah, the
Your
problem with
body
it is
naturally kills
that if you go out there and like I'm looking at my front yard over here and I'm looking at the empty lot next door and they're letting the weeds grow up in there and they go out there and they spray the weeds. So they spray the weeds and then the weeds come back and they spray the weeds and the weeds come back. Every time they come back stronger. So they have to use stronger and stronger and stronger chemicals. And that's kind of how cancer grows in your body as well because it's caused by toxins. Most cancer is caused by toxicity.
Right.
And so if in 1972, if we had approached it from that viewpoint that we're going to remove the toxins from the environment, I think they would have had better luck getting rid of the cancer than the way that they did it, the approach. You know, and again,
Yeah.
you know, I'm not trying to tell people that, hey, if you got cancer, just do what I'm saying. If you have cancer, go see your medical doctor, go see your healthcare provider. You know, we have to say that. We have to tell people that that's what you have to do in the United States. Probably in other countries too, but here in the United States, you want to do that. But if most cancer is caused by toxicity, wouldn't it make sense to try and remove the toxins from your body?
Oh yeah, definitely. Because
Right.
we know that we're confronted with that situation every day in our bodies, but our bodies overcome it.
Yep.
And so you have to set the body up to be strong in fighting that.
That's right. That's right. So what do we got? What do we got as far as a sizzle roll that removes toxins from the body?
Well, Body Shield
A
is
shield. Right?
designed to remove toxins. Yep.
Yep. It's got an
And
ingredient
I would say H2 sticks because we know it gets rid of free radicals, which cause damage to cells.
Yeah, so I was just going to explain what's in Body Shield. You know, when you got that, Body Shield has something called fulvic acid, not folic acid. Everybody gets it confused with folic acid. But fulvic acid, what fulvic acid does is it grabs a hold of the toxins and it pulls them out of the body, grabs them, pulls them out of the cells at the cellular level. And not just in the gut, it doesn't just do a digestive detox. It actually gets into the body because it's a really small molecule. But what's really cool about fulvic acid, it's considered a miracle molecule because as it's pulling the toxins out, it's pushing the nutrition in.
That's great. So it's a transporter, basically.
Yeah, a transporter like Star Trek.
Better than Star Trek.
But like Andrea said, H2 Sticks, another great product for detox because it neutralizes some of the worst free radicals, right?
Right, hydroxy radicals. Yep.
Hydroxy-free radicals, yeah. And it pulls them out, neutralizes them, turns them into water, vaporizes them.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah. Hydrogen. And normally, guess where our body makes hydrogen from?
It makes it from fiber in your intestines.
Fiber in your intestines. What did we just say about the consumption of fiber in the United States?
Most people don't have enough fiber.
Most people only get half of the recommended amount. And usually when they have the recommended amount, I mean, it's like a minimum recommended amount. When you see the RDA, it's the minimum recommended amount. It's not the optimum amount. It's the minimum recommended amount. And so if you're not getting even the minimum recommended amount, how in the heck are you going to produce enough hydrogen?
Right.
So we have hydrogen sticks that we can put in our water, and it produces high levels of hydrogen that you can consume just like this.
Yeah, and you can virtually replace some other beverage in your life with that because it's so inexpensive that you can just say, instead of drinking this every day, I'm going to drink hydrogen water every day.
That's right.
It tastes good. It does amazing things in your body. We've seen tons of research about how much each system in your body can benefit from the free hydrogen. So,
That's right.
yeah, I just replace other things. Like typically I only drink water, but now I drink hydrogen water because it's so much better for me.
That's right. Yeah, it's more hydrating, it neutralizes the free radicals like we talked about. I mean, and so that's going to help out with cancer. Again, we can't make any medical claims. I'm just repeating what the research shows us, and so that's my opinion. That's my opinion, and obviously Andrea's as well. Some of the other things that we can do, as far as lowering your risk, keep your mineral levels up. Most people don't get enough minerals. According to the Linus Pauling Institute, look, they say that if you have a chronic disease, and cancer is a chronic disease, chances are you're missing some key essential minerals.
Right, and minerals do hundreds of functions in the body.
Thousands, every second, right? Boom. 1,000 things just took
so we
place.
get all 78 essential minerals from Spectrum X.
Spectrum X, yep. And it's got more fulvic acid because the fulvic acid is that transporter like you talked about.
Right.
Star Trek molecule. We'll call it the Star Trek molecule.
Star Trek molecule.
But it's an easy way to remember it. I mean, for people that have to have mnemonics, it's an easy way to try and remember it. So those are just some simple things that you can do. We've got Fucoid and Eternity. Both of those products, they have ingredients in them, right? We can't say the product itself has been tested because it never has. But the ingredients in them have been shown to be anti-angiogenic. And you've heard me talk about that term before. And what that basically means is that it cuts off the blood supply to the tumors.
Sounds like a good plan.
If you can limit the blood supply you can have some pretty good results. The problem with it, and the reason that there goes a fox running through my yard.
A fox, that's cool.
Yeah, he looks kind of mangy. But anyhow, he needs some Spectramax.
Minerals.
Spectramax for mange. My dog's probably been chasing because my dog's out there with my son right now. But so what was it? Some tumors are really, really smart. And what they do is they bypass the normal system of getting their blood supply from your body's normal cardiovascular system. What they do is
grow their own.
Yeah, it's like they throw out their own pipeline and go directly to the source, and they don't use the normal cells to build the vessels that a normal blood vessel is made of. So then these anti-angiogenic property
Right.
nutritional extracts can't attack them because they don't know how, because they don't recognize it.
And just as a follow-up on that, we've seen tons of information stating that sugar actually supports cancer. So one would want to limit their sugar intake immensely if they were faced with that situation.
That's right. Limit your sugar intake, and the processed sugar, particularly the processed sugars, the white sugars, things like that, artificial sweeteners. You want to really stay away from them. So that's really, as far as like, what can we do to lower your risk? Eat right, of course. Like we're talking about, drink plenty of water. Again, the hydrogen sticks to neutralize the free radicals. The body shield and the spectrum, because of the fulvic acid to pull the toxins out. And then, just keep your immune system strong, because it's your immune system that really kills cancer.
Yep.
It's the immune system. And that's something that we can say. I mean, it's not against the law to say, keep your immune system strong. I mean, it just makes sense.
Yeah,
if you're sick all the time, your risk of getting cancer goes up.
Mm-hmm.
And I was talking to my son last night. He does research down at medical school, and he was telling me that a lot of these people who are getting this virus that's going around right now, he was saying that they end up with a compromised immune system as a result of it. So even though they heal from getting the virus, they end up with long-term chronic health problems as a result of getting the virus.
Yep. Well, in any case, boosting or increasing the support of your immune system is good for everything.
It's good for everything. Yeah. So those are probably the two biggies. But I think we'll end the talk here by just kind of brushing on, talking about like dementia and neurodegenerative diseases of the brain, because that seems to be on the rise, according to the different Alzheimer and support groups and things like that. They're saying that in the next 20 to 30 years, we're going to see that the number of people having neurodegenerative diseases is actually going up by probably.
We already see that in children.
Oh,
we
yeah.
We see that in children, and we know what it's from. So basically, everything goes right back to the toxins. If you're having brain dysfunction, somehow you've been exposed to some things that are
toxicity, and another thing, inflammation.
Right, inflammation.
Yeah, inflammation. So as far as with products that we have, we've got brain vitality, it's got curcumin, and it's got phosphatidyl serine, which helps rebuild those connections, and you want to have that. It's got to go to cola. It helps make healthy brain connections. You've got the super omega. It helps with you getting the right fats to your brain, because 60% of your brain is made out of fatty tissue. So you want to have good fats. So,
right.
And then everything kind of works together. The fucoid gets rid of inflammation. The eternity helps with with the cardiovascular, getting good blood flow to the brain. The Spectrum Max has all the vitamins and minerals, the antioxidants to help with brain health. And so those are really probably the biggies, right? Wouldn't you say?
Right.
Wouldn't you agree? And
Yeah,
is there
well,
more?
we have brain vitality too, which is going to
Yeah,
support
I
the
mentioned
brain.
that. Yeah,
Oh,
with
did
the
you?
curcumin and
And
hospital, the Syrian, and
mhm.
Coca-Cola.
And then H pill. H
Yep.
pill cleaning out the glycation in your brain so it functions better, which I'm a
Glycation.
product of.
Yeah.
I'm a product of that. You know, every time we do the doctor's call and I go in my phone and I go, what's the number for the doctor's call? And I read it and it's what is it, a 9-digit number, I think. And I come over and put it in my phone. I just go again, thank you, God, for H pill, because I
Yeah.
couldn't do that 3 years ago.
Yeah. And so when Andrea talks about glycation, what is it? Well, when you consume too much sugar, what it does is it causes the cells to be affected by what's called glycated end products, and it's like sugar coating your cells. It's like
Right.
taking like a piece of chicken, rolling it in flour, and then throwing it in the frying pan with a bunch of oil, and it causes the glycation to occur, and that just damages your cells. Damages.
Yep.
Them. And
And you
so
can clean them out.
helps out with that. And then now this new product we have called Stemolinic. I really love it. I mean, last week on the team call where we had testimonials, my buddy Willard talked about his results of taking that. And we were driving down the road, we were going fishing last week, and he said, I started taking that Stemolinic. And he said within the first 5 days, he noticed that his brain fog was gone.
Yeah. Yeah. I had similar, I was listening to his call and had the extra energy and just clarity and everything. I've experienced that myself too. So that's great. We don't know really yet all the amazing things that product is going to be doing for people.
Not at all. Not at all.
Haven't even started.
I think, yeah. And the best testimonials are really going to be the ones you never hear. They didn't get heart disease.
That's right. Because you don't know that it's prevented it, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Yep.
And what does Stemlytic do? Well, I'm just going to sum it up really quickly. I'm not going to get into a lot of science because, people just don't want to hear all the science. If you want to hear the science, go back to some of the calls that I've done. But think about it like this. As your cells get old, they have more chance of having mutations. And those mutations, what it does, it causes the immune system to put those cells into sleep, put them over here in the closet, hide them so that they're safe and they don't cause problems. So that's called senescence. So using extracts from onions and strawberries and apples and pears and things like that, they found that you can trigger the body's own immune system to go remove those senescent cells from the body. And that's what Stemlytic is.
Yep, and you want to do that because they give off horrible toxins that damage cells around them. So, all good stuff, Doc.
All good stuff. So that's kind of a brief summary. I mean, every day I get up in the morning, I come down here, I throw my pot of coffee, and I use the Sizzle coffee. I brew my pot of coffee, and your battery went in. And then what I do is then I make myself a nice little smoothie. I throw in a bunch of nutrition and vitamins into my blender. A little fruit. I try and throw fruit in there. I want to try and get my 10 to 12 servings of fruits and vegetables every day. And I throw some ice in there and my sizzling. I make myself a smoothie morning and night. And that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing for my nutrition. I'm probably taking close to 30 different nutritional products every single day. And people say, well, why do you do that? Our food just doesn't have the nutrition in it that it should have. And so, and on top of it, I know that I don't eat right all the time, and I haven't. And so I use specialized extracts, plant extracts that we found that help out with keeping the body strong. And to me, that makes a lot more sense than waiting till I'm sick and then getting reactive. I'd rather be proactive. So anyhow, that's what I'm doing. That's what you should do as well. Get a hold of me if you want to find out what I would recommend, to get started. So have a great day. Enjoy the day.